Welcome to Rooftop. My name's Matt, lead pastor at Rooftop. On the second Sunday of every month here at Rooftop, we like to take some time to talk vision, just what's coming up here at Rooftop, what's going on, just to keep the lines of communication open between the people of Rooftop and the leadership of Rooftop. This morning is not the second Sunday of the month. Anybody wondering why I'm talking about that? It's the fourth Sunday of the month, but we wanted to schedule a special vision moment this morning just to talk about some important things coming up. Give you an update actually on our ongoing building search and the fundraising campaign to pay for said building. Now, if you're on the fourth floor here at Rooftop, you know that I sent out a fourth floor update to the members here at Rooftop, letting them know that we actually found a property that we really liked, and we liked it enough to make an offer on it. And it's a property, it's an old synagogue out at 40 and 270, and it was the best property we found by far. The facility was great, healthy, medium-sized location, be a great permanent location, lots of room to grow in, well-maintained. It's an excellent property and facility. It's right off the highway. It's further away than what we were originally looking for, but sort of balanced out. The distance was balanced out by the ease and accessibility, and we liked it enough to make an offer on it. At the same time, we couldn't get together with the seller on the price, so unless they're miraculously flexible or one of you wins the lottery, we're done there. But we want to let you know about it because we learned something important during the process. This was the first property that the elders here at Rooftop all agreed could go for. And one of the reasons we all liked it was because of its regional draw. I mean, it's right at one of the busiest intersections in St. Louis. And it reminded us of why we started our church, to serve the city of St. Louis. In fact, before we even had our name, Rooftop Community Church, we had a name. Before we knew what the name of the church would be, we actually had sort of a launch name. Anybody remember the launch name of our organization? St. Louis Initiative. I mean, we started this church to serve the people of St. Louis, the people of our hometown. This location would have been much less convenient than this location is for a lot of us locals, and would have been 4 times as inconvenient for my family and I. We live just down the road. And I come here a lot more often than you do. So it would have been much more inconvenient, but I had to remember, and the leaders had to remember, this building, is not about my family. It's not about me. It's about St. Louis. It's about serving the people of St. Louis. And we thought this would be a great location, great opportunity for us. Didn't work out, but we're still looking for something like that. Still looking for a great location where we can serve the people of St. Louis for a very, very, very long time. So I'm letting you know about that because we were thinking about it, we were praying about it, and we were talking about, well, what happened? What did we learn from that? And it occurred to some of us that maybe that particular thing didn't work out, maybe because we weren't ready. I mean, maybe it was just too much too soon. We don't know, inscrutable is the mind of God. But maybe we just weren't ready for it. If that's the case, or even if it's not the case, we want to be ready for the next one. We want to be ready for the next opportunity, right? So how are we going to get ready? Well, I have 3 things to share with you this morning. How are we going to get ready for the next opportunity that comes our way? I think Jeremy mentioned this in the announcements, sign up for a fundraiser. I mean, we had 90 people. We had our building ball. Remember the building ball? We had 90 people say they were interested in helping out with the fundraiser. I mean, we got to raise some money. We're trying to raise $400,000 for this purchase. We know not everybody can make a contribution, but we can all donate time. So we had 90 people who said they were interested in helping out with the fundraiser. We had one of our first fundraisers a few weeks ago, concession stand out at the Cardinals game. We had 6 people there. We're not ready. 90 people signed up. Said, hey, I'll be there. We had 6 people there. Now, those 6 people worked really hard. Tommy Love, I don't know, is Tommy Love here this morning? I don't think she's here yet. She worked down at the concession stand. She vomited twice because she was working so hard selling nachos and soda and beer to people. She went back in the back room and threw up twice. And then somebody actually came to the counter to buy food, and the customer left her wallet back at the seat and didn't want to go all the way back because it was a long line. So Tommy paid $26 for this stranger's food. Okay, so help Tommy Love. We've got a couple fundraisers coming up here. We've got the yard sale. See that big trailer? Somebody donated that so we could fill it up with stuff. It's got a few boxes in it. We're not ready. Okay, we need your stuff. Support our future by donating your stuff. You got to tag it yourself, but I want to fill that thing this week. If you got stuff, just bring it here, dump it off at the church. If you got time Friday night or Saturday, even if you don't have time, make the time. Let's get ready, okay? We're not going to make a ton of money at the yard sale. I mean, we need to raise $400,000, but it's a great opportunity for all of us to be all in this together. So we got that. We got the concession stand coming up. A little bit of a confession. I was not one of those 6, right? I missed the sign-ups myself, so I get it. You know, nobody's in trouble. But I signed up for the next one. Got a training coming up in a couple Tuesdays. I'm going to be there. We got that, so do that. Sign up for a fundraiser. Wasn't that point number 2? Oh, yeah. Make your best pledge. I know that a lot of people here at Rooftop have not yet made a pledge. I know that you haven't got around to it. I'm usually not a high-pressure guy, right? But make your best pledge. Come on. Get around to it. This is something you need to get around to. I also know that a lot of people here at Rooftop, even a lot of regulars, haven't made a pledge yet to the capital campaign because you're not really sure where we're going to be, and you're not really sure if you want to be a part of that. Doesn't make a lot of sense to donate a bunch of money to a church program that you might not be attending in a few years based on the move. Does that make sense? Okay. I know. It doesn't make sense to me either. All right, what are you going to lose? Right? When you give money away, you give it away to God's purposes. I give money to missionaries. I don't get dividends from the mission work going on the other side of the world. I mean, it's not, I don't think you're going to lose anything. I mean, at the end of it, you know, let's say the church moves to location and God moves you on, you're going to be in a different place. And I understand how that works, but are you going to regret making a great pledge to a great church that you know is going to be healthier because you were part of that process? You know what I'm saying? Is this making sense? Okay, just think about it, all right? Make your best pledge. It's kind of, we had a discussion. We had a discussion as an elder team. Do we want to do the capital campaign before we have a property or after we have a property? Because if you have something, it's easier to give to it, right? But we decided to do it beforehand because we wanted to get going on it. We knew there would be a risk there, but I actually think it increases the faith factor. I mean, imagine the Israelites. Moses, where are we going? I don't know. But are you going with me or not? I mean, that's kind of what we're doing. We're increasing the faith factor. I mean, you're not going to lose anything by going all in here. You're not going to say, darn it, I gave too much to that capital campaign. Rats. This isn't working out. All right, so make your best pledge. All right, the pledge cards are right in front of you. There's more at the counter. Just think about it, talk about it, pray about it. Thirdly, keep praying, all right? We remember these things? Okay, 3 people do. We passed these out last year just as a way to remind people to keep praying. This is our kind of building prayer card. It's got this little piece of shingle to keep praying. I found mine the other day. You know where I found it? Under the fridge. It was like, it had fallen, it was dusty, it was like sticking out under the fridge, hiding out with all the magnetic letters. I said, nope, no, flap, right back there. All right, it's hard to keep praying about stuff, right? In fact, one of the reasons I think God has us wait for stuff is to test our resolve. How badly do they really want this? I mean, the elders, the leaders, we've been praying about this for a long time, but this is something we need to be all praying about together. There's a story in the book of Acts where the whole church gathers together to pray together. Luke emphasizes the word together. And after they raise their voices together, then the place shakes. Not when the leaders are praying, when everybody's praying together. So keep praying. Do we want this enough? Do we believe enough in it that we're going to pray together as long as it takes? So keep praying. Those are my 3 things. What do you think? All right, let's pray, speaking of prayer, and then we'll move on with the service.